Okay, so I'm up on the roof. I'm going to do a quick video for you. I'm going to walk around and show you a few things that I found. Um, so to start off, this is a 3-tab asphalt shingle. Your 3-tab asphalt shingles typically going to last 20 to 25 years. I do believe that this roof is right there at the 20 years old. So and I'll get into showing you signs of that it's nearing the end of its life. But so first thing I wanted to talk about is this moss building up on the back side. You can see it's like building up underneath this. This is the ridge vent. Yeah, it's like slightly above the rest of the roof, and that's actually so that air can get through there, and that prevents the attic from overheating. But with this moss here, and it goes all the way across, that can actually block the airflow and cause moisture issues in the attic. So cleaning that would be recommended. If the roof's going to be replaced soon, then I wouldn't worry about it too much. That would be taken care of during roof replacement. Here's a sign of the roof's age. Generally, you see this plumbing vent seal. Obviously, I could stick my finger in there. This is going to leak, but generally, that's a sign that these are installed at the same time as the roof. When you see it like this, that's generally a sign, that's 15, 20 years old. So, and whether the roof gets replaced immediately or not, this would need to be fixed, because that's a leak. Water's gonna get in there. So just take a look at this. I don't think this is a dryer vent. I think this is just a bathroom fan vent. But if it was a dryer vent, you wouldn't want that screen in there, because that'll catch the lint. So let's take a look at this one. Yeah, this one's pretty bad too. So somebody caulked it at least once, but didn't do much for it. I did notice too, walking across the roof, it's kind of soft in a couple of spots. Right here being one of them. It's probably going to be difficult to see on camera, but I can really feel it bouncing up and down. You can also, I don't know if you can see on the camera too, but it sort of dips. Everywhere where a rafter is, it sticks up, and then in between it dips. So that could be a sign that the sheathing that they used was either not the right kind. The ventilation was bad and it got moist and it started to sag in the middle. The spacing was wrong. A lot of different things, and the only way you'll really know for sure is when the roof gets torn off. I might be able to see a little bit more when I go in the attic, but anyways, this here, moss building up here is not good for the roof. Trees overhang the roof, touching the roof, should be trimmed back. But so yeah, you can see signs of repair. These cracks here, cracking shingles, like that's a sign of just the age of the roof. So that's the main sign that the roof is going to need to be replaced. And just the fact of how old I believe the roof is. So I don't think it's going, I think it's not like it's an emergency, but as soon as possible, this roof should be replaced, because it's only going to get worse. You can see here's more. This is the biggest dip right here, and now you can actually see it on the video here. Now I'm looking right here is a really big dip. Hopefully I can see more when I get in the attic, but if the structure underneath is compromised, a heavy snow load in the winter, a lot of snow sitting there, that can break stuff. Worst case scenario, it can actually collapse in sections of the roof. So here's some more cracking. Somebody did some caulking on it already once, that's why it looks like that. Okay. There must be a radon system in the house, because that constantly blowing air out would be an indication of a radon fan. So yeah, caulking's peeling there. Chimney looks pretty good, although there was some bricks here that have the faces popped off. That's what this is. And that's pretty much, to get some moisture in there, it freezes and the faces of the brick pop off. Kind of interesting how that happens, but this is mostly cosmetic. I mean, it can get worse. This one maybe needs to be replaced because of how much came out. Anytime there's a ledge where like water, snow can sit there, it can make things worse. So, but for the most part, chimney's in good shape. Maybe some cracked mortar here a little bit, that little gap there. Nothing too terrible. Nice chimney cap, stainless steel cap. So, but yeah, here you can see that moss really has that whole side of that ridge vent clogged up. So, like I mentioned in the beginning. But yeah, so yeah, I think that's gonna do it.